Class 7 Chemistry, Chapter 3, Elements, Compounds and Mixtures. Good morning, students. In our last meeting, we learned something about elements, compounds and mixtures. There I told you that elements cannot be further divided. For example, if we have water, of course water is not an element, but if we have water and water formula is H2O, this H2O can be broken down into hydrogen and oxygen by several means. Okay. Now if you want to break down this hydrogen molecule, two hydrogen will be produced. If you break down this oxygen molecule, two oxygen will be produced. But now the hydrogen cannot be broken down further. The oxygen cannot be broken down further. It means what? That oxygen is an element, hydrogen in itself is an element. So students, on page number 29 of your textbook, you can see that tabular form, that elements cannot be further decomposed, and they are represented on the periodic table by an atomic symbol. So for oxygen the atomic symbol is O, and for hydrogen the atomic symbol is H, and further for sulfur the atomic symbol is S, for phosphorus the atomic symbol is P, and you can just have the idea by opening page number 57 of your textbook. Okay. Now students, you can see the periodic table there. There are 118 elements, and out of these 118 elements, 92 they are naturally occurring elements, or they are found in nature, and the rest of the 26 elements they are man-made. Okay. They are made in the labs by eminent institutions or scientists, and the lifetime of these or such elements, it is very short. Okay. So they are made by doing certain sort of nuclear reactions. For example, you can see on the same page number 57, you can see that actinide series is written somewhere. Okay, actinide series, and then so many symbols I will tell you, like BK, CF, ES, their atomic number is like 97, 98, 99, 100 is FM, then 101 MD, then 102 NO, then 103 LR. So obviously they are having, this is a symbol only. Okay, not their expanded name, but this is the symbol only. So such elements are man-made, and basically these names they are given in the name of the scientist itself, or in the name of certain cities. For example, you can see the atomic number 100 element FM. So it has been derived from the name of the scientist Fermi, and it is called fermium. Then 99 element, atomic number element, you can see Es. So it is derived from Einstein's name and it is called Einsteinium. Then we have 101 MD. So it has been derived from the name of a scientist called Mendel, and its name is Mendelevium. Okay, so likewise, whatever the people who are involved in certain other discoveries, on their name certain elements name has been put forward. Now students, come to page number 3030 and see the topic characteristics of elements. Now certain elements, so I already explained you that 92 elements are natural occurring out of 118 elements, rest are man-made. So that characteristics of elements topic I am reading. An element is the simplest form of matter. Around 118 elements have been discovered and named so far. Out of these, only 92 elements occur naturally. Oxygen is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust. You know the meaning of Earth's crust? That is the rocky part of the Earth, okay, on which we live generally. So oxygen is the most abundant element in the Earth's crust. Now you know oxygen is a gas, but when it combines with certain other elements, so that combination we can find on the Earth crust, okay, like aluminium oxide. So it is also found, it is a ore of aluminium, and it is found on the Earth crust. Then the second most abundant element is silicon. The symbol is Si and its atomic number is 14. So in the periodic table you can see that 14 number belongs to silicon. And then the third most abundant element on the Earth crust is aluminium. Okay, so first one is oxygen, then silicon, then aluminium. But the most abundant element in the whole universe, it is hydrogen. Got it, students? If we are talking about the Earth or the Earth crust, oxygen is found in abundance. But if we talk about whole of the universe, hydrogen is the most abundant element. And just let me tell you the figure that it is found approximately 70% in amount. If we consider whole universe, 70% of the elements, it will be only of hydrogen only, and rest of the elements will be some other like oxygen, nitrogen, etc. and etc. Then elements exist in nature in all three states of matter, like solid, liquid and gases. So some examples are given on page number 30, students. You see there that solid example, carbon, sodium, lead, iron, gold, silver, magnesium, they are found in solid state. Then some other elements, they are found in liquid state, that I am showing in front of you here. Mercury and bromine. So here I have written mercury, the symbol is Hg, and for bromine the symbol is Br, capital B and followed by small r. Then there you can see gas, it is oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, helium, hydrogen and argon. Now students, some elements are found in pure state and some other are found in combined state. So the elements which are found generally in pure state, they are oxygen, nitrogen, helium, argon, gold, etc. So you know oxygen, although I told you that oxygen is found in combined state in the Earth crust, but oxygen is also found in the pure state, like oxygen gas, like nitrogen gas, like helium gas. Okay, it means only oxygen is there, only nitrogen is there, or only helium is there. And some other elements, they are found in combined state. For example, iron. Iron in itself is a pure material, but we cannot find a pure iron in nature itself. We will find iron in the combined state. For example, iron will be found in the Earth crust in the form of iron oxide. Getting my point? Likewise, carbon, sometimes carbon is found in the pure state, like diamond. Diamond is also a form of carbon. Or coal, it is also a form of carbon. But generally carbon is most of the time carbon is found in the combined state like carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. Likewise, silicon, it is also found in the combined state like silicon dioxide, or it is found in the sand. Sand is nothing but the silicon oxide. Okay, so students, this is all for today. Have a good day. Goodbye.